Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you this cute little treat that holds a Ghiradelli chocolate square. I just love the fact that we can coordinate our products with treats out there. I've created this using our online exclusive Latte Love bundle of products along with other items from the suite. Online exclusives are not in any of our catalogs, but you can find them in my online store. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how to get started. Okay, for our little treat holder, I'm going to start with scoring. I'm going to lay the long edge across the top. It measures 7.5 inches, and I'm going to score at the 3.5 inch mark and the 4 inch mark. And I'm ready to set my scoreboard to the side. Okay, now that I have my scoring done, I'm going to bring in my cardstock and set it on the scoreboard. I'm actually going to bring my designer series paper in and just lay it here across the top. What that's doing is giving me a little bit of a visual of where to set my die, and I'm going to set my die about 1/4 inch below that. I can remove the designer series paper here, place this into my machine, and die cut. Once I have my die cutting done, I'm ready to start stamping and then assemble. First, I'm going to be in my little latte swirl for the top. I'm going to ink that up with the petal pink, and I'm going to stamp it right here in the center. And then I'm going to bring in my sentiment, ink it up with the early espresso, make sure I've got that ink coverage the way I want it, and then I'm going to stamp it right here in the center. I'm ready to bring in my die cut and cut out my sentiment now. So let me do that along with the pieces that we need, and we'll start assembling. Okay, I'm going to start my assembling by adding the piece of designer series paper here to the top. You can decide which side you like, but I'm going to use the striped version, or the plaid version, I should say, on this one. Line it up and adhere. And then I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to add a couple of pieces of tear and tape onto the back. I'm going to do one across the top. I'm going to use my little tool here. You can use a credit card if you would like to do this. And then I'm going to set another strip at the bottom. And this is going to be in that same area that the designer series paper is. You don't want to really go past 1 inch because you want a little bit of flexibility here. I've got that burnished, and then I'm going to fold on the 2 score lines. So I'm going to burnish the first score line here, fold it on the second, and adhere. And then I'm ready to take off my tear and tape backing and adhere. So I've got those 2 layers off. I'm going to bring the back up, line up my top edges and sides, and adhere down. At this point, I've got this nice little pocket here for my Ghiradelli. I thought this was a lot of fun to find coffee-flavored Ghiradelli squares and create for this project. So I'm going to tuck that into the pocket. And then I'm going to bring this beautiful ribbon in. I'm going to lay my treat holder on top, bring that ribbon around, and tie a nice knot. Now I want to make this fairly tight, and this holds my chocolate in from falling out the 2 sides. And as I'm pulling this, I'm twisting and pulling down. There we go. I've got that like I'd like it. I'm going to trim the ends off with my paper snips quickly. And then because this is wrapped around, I can slide it all the way over to the edge like I would like it. Next, I'm going to bring in my sentiment. I'm going to be setting that right here, so I need to slide this bow over just slightly. There we go. So really it lines up with the edge. I'm going to flip this over and add a couple of dimensionals. Now I'm going to add these in the top and the bottom. You could add 4 of them if you'd like, but you want to straddle that ribbon. Move that back onto the cardstock. It's okay if it catches the ribbon, but I really don't want to have different heights due to the ribbon. I'm going to flip that over and line it up as I desire, right there in the middle. And I can slide this knot over even a little bit more if I need to. Let's see. I'm going to slide that knot all the way over to the side, bring in my sentiment, and lay it where I want it, like so. Now that I have that adhered, I'm going to bring in this cute little espresso cup, along with the little die that you use for the espresso on the inside. And I'm simply going to add a little bit of adhesive here. And let's see. I think I'm going to pick that up with my Take Your Pick tool. I love the little clay end on here that allows you to move and pick up small items like that. And I've got that in the cup. And so I'm going to flip this over and add a little Stampin' Dimensional to the top. I'm going to use a mini for this because I don't want a whole lot of bulk. Flip that over, add it to the side here. And last but not least, I'm going to bring in these adorable little adhesive back swirls. They come in the 3 different colors to coordinate with the paper and the suite. And let's see, I think today I'm going to use this very vanilla one that looks like cream. Pick it up, and I'm going to pop it right here in the top right-hand corner, like so. And since this is a treat for a friend, I'm going to bring in my second coffee cup here, indicating that there's 2 of us, and place the latte in the inside of that, and adhere. Flip it over, add a dimensional, and pop it up here in the right-hand corner, indicating that there's 2 of us that are going to be having coffee. So there you go, a sweet little treat for a friend using the Latte Love bundle of products and items from the suite. I hope you've enjoyed this little project, and of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.